Alright guys, and welcome back to War Thunder. God damn it, I'm so used to saying it now. Back to Armoured Warfare. Today we're going to have a look at some artillery mechanics and artillery gameplay. Artillery isn't like it is in what it would be in World of Tanks. World of Tanks is quite damage based, I would say. Your artillery can do into thousands to hundreds of damage. It's really powerful. Artillery in Armoured Warfare is quite different. We have two types of artillery at the moment. We have Marok's artillery, the M109 and the Palmaria, which are more slower firing but higher alpha, whereas Vulfi's are faster firing and accurate. So I'm in Vulfi's, the 2S1 Gvozdika, if that's how it's pronounced, the Gvozdika or something. I can't pronounce these Russian words. And it's armed with a 122mm gun, and it looks like a boat. Also with 20mm of aluminium armour, so, you know. We've got a modifier of 0.6 or 0.8 on everything, and, well, it's pretty crap, to be honest, but here we are. The artillery view is much different. It's not top-down, it's like a 45-degree view. It's really, really strange, but I prefer it to the top-down. It's easier to aim. You can see that the circle isn't elongated like it would be in World of Tanks. The circle is always mostly spherical or circular when you're aiming down at it. It tries to aim it like that, which is quite a nice thing. The artillery fire much faster. I got about 13 second reload on this, which is not bad. See him? Quickly switch over to here. Aim in the gun, aim in the gun. Now, artillery isn't about the alpha. I'm nowhere near the alpha on these little vehicles. Boom, fire. But you can see there, he knew I fired. How did he know? Well, there's a mechanic in Armoured Warfare that when I lock onto someone like that and fire directly at them, then on their screen it will come up saying artillery's aiming at us, move, and you get a small chance to move. That guy obviously hadn't got a chance, and that's quite helpful. It can save you in a lot of situations, and I've definitely seen it from people that have managed to dodge, but actually hitting does no damage. That shell went I don't know where that shell went, but my average damage per shot is about 150, which is hardly anything. And ow, I just punched something on with my hand. Ow. But they don't do much damage. It's all about crit. Crit damage is what it's about on these tanks, or these artillery pieces, shall I say. About 150 damage. I usually do about 3 to 5 crits, usually on tracks and optics, bit of gun barrel stuff, just to throw people off and get them off. Backs up, you know. One thing I have learnt with artillery with this new mechanic, though, is just a little tip. Generally, when people say they're being fired at, they'll back up. So if you fire behind them, it'll tell them to move. They'll reverse into the shot. Quite a nice thing, except for that one. He actually moved forwards out the way, which is just annoying. Back down behind the hill, and, you know, you can see that I was being able to aim those shells a bit easier as well. There is also a counter battery mechanism in the game, but I'm the only artillery in the game, so I don't have to worry about any of this. The only tanks I can kill, on the other hand, without moving, are light tanks. Tanks with no armour, like the BMP. Boom! Knocked him out. First ever kill in artillery for me. But counter battery, I'll come to another artillery replay later on of the Gvozdika, where I will explain to you the counter battery mechanisms, but for now we're just having a look at the general gameplay. This thing only gets 2 types of HE. What the upgraded round is like 4,000 XP just for 21 more damage, which is a bit, you know, useless. Whereas most of them just fire they all fire HE. There's no AP, none of this special HE rounds in World of Tanks, none of the heat, none of that. Just HE I'm firing. But later on, I have read around on the forums, though, that artillery might be getting a sort of special shells. Splash damage, about 91 damage, nothing much. But these special rounds do debuffs to enemy tanks. So I don't know anything. I'm just pulling off the top of my head. You might get a lower aim time, or your reload speed might increase, or something along the lines of that. Your view range might decrease. Just these little debuff rounds to support, not to damage, but you'll probably get an assistant for it, which is quite good. Now, I have noticed that entire flank has fallen. That entire flank is absolutely gone. Using the 2S1, I'll call it, that's it, yeah, the 2S1, I'm just going to speed away. Turret traverse and traverse of the hull is absolutely appalling on this tank, and don't ever expect to win any duels in this. So I'm going to quickly run. I say quickly. 44, 45, nearly 50. Cruise control on. 50, 51, 2, 53, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. No. Okay. Hit off-road. Okay, so I'm about 59 kph then, which is pretty damn fast in a straight line, you know. I'm quickly relocating back from that flank as, you know, that entire flank has fallen. There's no point in me staying there. I'm no use to the team. So I'm going to move, and I can see that there's a little fight going on this valley bit along on Ghostfields, along down the south by the hangars. Just going to pop into RT view and check whereabouts they are. Okay, can't see any. There's no point in firing even on the move. Absolute waste of a shot. Stop. Aim up. Okay, there's a guy there. I can't see anything. Check behind me. Nothing. No. Nothing. I can't see any enemies. I can't fire at anyone. There is a BMP-1. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can fire at him now. Aiming, 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 aiming. M60 pattern. He comes over. I fire. But he just goes round. So that's a bit of a poo. Bit silly. Oh, and they're all rushing. Oh, noes. Oh, noes. Oh, noes. Oh, noes. Reload, reload. That's the problem with RT. I just can't support enough. These rounds are just not powerful to help. Hit him. Tracks, optics, nothing. Hardly anything. He doesn't care that I hit him, basically. They're not as good as they are in modern tanks. I do think they either need a buff on the damage by about 100 damage, which should be fine, or they need to get all these special round stuff in. But other than that, they're pretty good at the moment. T62. Fire. Fire. There we go. And boom. Blew his track off. Yes. That's the first actual critical damage I've destroyed, other than just damaging the modules. Another M60, and he's going to start to move. I'm just going to fire here. Fire. Bump. Hit him. Nothing much. I'm like, oh no, I surrender. Oh god, I'm spotted. Oh no. Shell comes through. Shell hits me in the rear. I'm like, oh, I can't reverse, can I? So we're going to have to make a move. And now, shotgun capabilities. Bang. Did a bit of damage to him, but then the BMP-1 appears and I get finished. But that was my first game in Artin. I hope you had a good insight into what they play like and what they're like. Maybe if you're in the early access, you can choose to get in one. But as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.